and this is another thing related to music. So I'm a big Iced Earth fan, and John Schaefer, he's come out and he's done the interview and all that kind of stuff. And if you've been on my channel at all, one of my videos that did pretty well is where I rail against a guy called Stu Block, but I call him Stupid Blockhead. Stu Block. Well, Stupid Blockhead is on 3 albums. And I, for one, believe that John ought to do a Days of Purgatory type thing. I think he ought to go back and just, he's got the music. I'm sure he's got the masters. I'm sure he's got everything there. Call up Matt Barlow. Talk to Tim Owens. Talk to Sean Peck. Talk to anybody. Re-record those albums. You ain't got to put them out physically. You don't have to put out vinyl and CD and all that. But re-record the albums. One, you would get you would do well money-wise. I mean, it couldn't be that expensive to re-record the vocals. And it's not like Stu is not going to get his royalties from the Great Heathen Army or anything. You're just recording the vocals. But try to erase as much of Stupid Blockhead as you possibly can. Just do that. Put it out there. So we have this new version. Star Wars that shit up, but in a good way. Redo it. Redo Incorruptible, Dystopia, Plagues. Redo it. It'd be great. And I don't care who you get. It'd be nice if it were Matt. It'd be nice if you invited Tim to do a special recording and do part 2 of the Something Wicked This Way Comes double set. It would be nice to hear Tim finish that out. No disrespect to what Matt did on there, but it would be nice to hear Tim finish that out. I would love to hear that thing all at once with Tim Owens vocals on there. That would be a special gift. That would be a special gift. And again, just release them digitally. And then if they do well enough, and you know how hardcore your fan base is, put out a limited vinyl. Do what Toby Knapp is doing. The brainchild behind Where Evil Follows and Onward and, Waxing and stuff. He puts his stuff out digitally, but he puts out these limited runs. Sell them out. Recoup your money that way too. I mean, just erase Stupid Blockhead. Because he sucks. I mean, not if he hadn't have done what he had done, he's still your worst singer. He was doing a piss poor Matthew Barlow impression, and John even had the idea before the January 6th thing of re-recording the debut album with Stu on vocals. What nightmare would that have been? I mean, the closest you came to doing that, you did the Days of Purgatory release. We heard Matthew on there, and on some of the songs from the debut album, Matthew made better. Some of the songs, they kind of lost the power and the punch, that rawness that Gene gave to it. Same thing. I would love to hear John Greeley's vocals on Winter Nights. Just, I don't know. I'm all over the place now. But you hear what I'm saying. Redo those 3 albums with somebody else on vocals and get somebody new. Like I said, Sean Peck, the guy from Cage. Awesome. Great singer. And right in that wheelhouse of what you like in Iced Earth singers. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.